Hey, welcome back. So this is Advanced Part Design, and we're going to go ahead and go over the exercise grid. So to get started, you do want to create a whole new document. And keep in mind, this is our final product. This is what we want to see. So in your new document, you are going to create two variables. So let's go ahead and get that done right now. So click in this plane region, scroll down, click on variable. And for the first one, we're going to call it plate length, and it'll have a value of 13 inches. And actually, before we do this, let's go ahead and change our workspace units to inches. And now back to variable. So this will be called plate length underscore length. This will be 13 in for inches. Just accept. And our second variable is wall thickness. So wall underscore thickness. And this will have a value of 0.25 inches. And go ahead and accept. For step 2, we're going to create a sketch on the top plane. We're going to sketch out a corner rectangle with the bottom right corner of the rectangle connected to our origin. And then we're sketching out two construction lines. I'm going to go here. And the other will go here. So let's just show our constraints. Make sure these are horizontal and vertical, so we're good to go. So for step 3, we're adding 2 dimensions. We're going to first click on this point, and then that construction line right here, the vertical portion, and we're going to hover over to the right, and this will be a value similar to plate length. So just like that. And we'll do the same thing for the other side. So we'll click here, and click there, and hover below. And this will be plate length minus 4 inches. Length minus 4 in. That'll be 9, so 13 minus 4 is 9. And we go ahead and accept that. Now for step 4, we're extruding this feature. So click on sketch 1. And this will be blind and with a value of 1 inch. And we're good to go. For step 5, we're going to create a shell. So click on shell. Now we're removing the top face, this side, and this other side over here. So we just got rid of the front side, the right side, and the top face. And the shell thickness will have a value of wall thickness. So we'll just go ahead and click on that. And we're going to accept. So now for step 6, we're just creating these two lines right here. And notice they're an equal length. But before we do want to create the sketch on the wall face. So create the sketch, and we're clicking on this portion here. And here's our first line, and these are just actual lines. The location doesn't really matter at the moment. Here's the next one, and let's go ahead and add some dimensions. Keep in mind these two are equal to each other, so click and press E, make them equal. Dimension, both have a value of 0.875. This line right here is spaced out from this corner at a value of 2.375. And the above portion will be spaced out at a distance of 3.375. And this is good. Let's make sure we move this to the left, and we go ahead and accept. Now at this point, we're going to add some ribs. Let's go ahead and click this feature here. We do want to select the edges of our sketch, so this is actually our sketch 2. And our part is this whole piece here. This will be normal to the sketch plane, so let's go ahead and select this, and normal to sketch plane. And we have a value that is equal to wall thickness divided by 2. Merge ribs, and let's go ahead and accept. So here's our before and our after. All right, so for step 8, we're going to use the chamfer feature. Let's go ahead and click on chamfer, hover above, and let's click on these corners right here, this face, and then this edge right there. So both edges were selected. And this value is 0.625 equal distance, and we're good. Let's go ahead and accept. 3, we're going to create this little box right here, and then we're going to drag out these construction lines and then create a rectangle and then add more construction lines. So let's go ahead and do that. So OQ, we go down right here and to the left. Notice these two are connected. OQ, I'm going to go all the way across. This is a horizontal line. Oops, didn't appear as much. L and Q. Now it's a horizontal. L and Q. Let's go down now. And now it's a vertical line, so it's good to go. Now this one, let's get our center point rectangle. And then 2 more construction lines, one going above. Another one going across right here. And I do not want to connect it to the midpoint. All right, so let's make these 2 equal to each other. And then these 2 equal to each other. So now some dimensions. Distance from here to this corner, or to this edge, we'll have a value of 0.75. This portion to this portion will have a value of 0.5. There we go. So now it's a vertical line. Now the dimension for this bottom section, this will be 1.5. And this will be 1. All right. So just a short constraint, just make sure to understand that this is now a vertical line right here. Earlier it was kind of slanted, but now it's vertical. So we have to make sure that this is vertical and that this one above is horizontal. So at this point, we have our 4 dimensions, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go ahead and move them out this way so we can see them. And we are good to move on. All right, so for step 10, we're going to use a sketch fillet. So go ahead and click on this tool. We're going to select these 2 lines here. Let's drag this out this way and accept it. That'll have a value of 0.375. We'll do the same here. Let's just drag this out. Cool thing is that the previous measurement pops up, so this will be the same length that we need. 0.375, we're good. And then finally here, 0.375, we accept that. All right, so now for step 11, we're going to go ahead and repeat this with the linear pattern. So let's go ahead and highlight all of this right here. And we're going to go this way for the 3 of them and go down for the other ones. So once again, I clicked and dragged and highlighted everything that I wanted to repeat. So now in this section, I do want to delete 2 measurements. So right now I'm deleting these 2 measurements right here that show distance for the patterns that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and delete. First I have to accept the image by clicking, and then I delete these distances there. This point coincidental with the corner or our origin. So let's go ahead and make that coincidental by clicking coincident. So the origin and this point here. And there we go. Now for step 14, we're going to go ahead and extrude this feature here. So let's accept this. And now we're going to extrude. We're clicking on sketch 3, remove. And we're going to go through all. So let's go ahead and merge that with part 1 and let's accept. So now for step 15, we're just going to mirror this twice. So let's just go ahead and select mirror. Let's click on this face. We're going to go ahead and select add. The mirror plane will be this edge here, or this face. Notice it just repeats, and we go ahead and accept that. And then we mirror this again. We select the entire piece. And our face, or our mirror plane, by the way, we're clicking on add. So click add here. And the mirror plane is this portion here. And we've done that. So let's go ahead and click accept. And now for step 16, we're just updating our plate length, and this will allow us to immediately change the size of this device. So let's go ahead and put 16 here. Accept. So if we go back, notice our device shrinks and then it increases in size if we go forward. And now let's change up the wall thickness to 0.375. 0.375, so this will get a bit thicker, and accept. So we go back and now forward, and that's what we want right here. All right, so now for our final step, make sure you go ahead and select this face and use that area to answer for the self-check. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe.